Caliphate topic, and we're starting with Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate topic. So when we talk about Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate, we were discussing in the beginning. I personally think there are 4 10-mark questions in it, which are like something which we need to prepare. If you prepare these 4 10-mark questions, you will be able to answer any question on Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate. What are these 4 10-mark questions? एक है election and expedition to Syria combined as a 10-mark question. Then the second question I personally think is false prophet, which is repeatedly
Sir,
asked.
zakat. So
I'm coming to it.
takes
2 questions. Then the third one is the problems which he faced as a whole. तो उसमें zakat, apostasy movement, refusal to pay zakat, apostasy movement, and false prophet. By the way, there is one question on Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate in which they have asked, write an account of apostate tribes and Abu Bakr's action against them. They gave apostasy movement alone as a 10-mark question, but it's very less chances. यहाँ से इब्राहिम आपने point raise किया about administration. So administration of Hazrat Abu Bakr is asked. Now I will show you what are the different questions which are asked before I move to Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate. I have opened few questions right now about Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate, not all. I have opened the latest ones. So you can see October, November 2022. That is the administration question. How did Hazrat Abu Bakr, steps taken by Abu Bakr to establish him as Caliphate? We normally think administration means just administration. No, it includes the coming in power, immediate actions. You can see when you see the marking scheme later on, you will see it includes the portion of administration like Majlis Shura and details, plus stern and strict action against people who deny to pay zakah, strict action of people who refused, who left Islam, and against false prophets. That's also going to be there. All right. This is one question which you need to keep in mind, be a 10-marker, which covers everything in Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate. We don't need here compilation of Quran. If you want, you can skip it. But you will talk about election. I will come to that topics in detail. वो हम अभी आगे discuss करते हैं. That's one question. Second question. Again, one of the latest question, 2023 non-Pakistani variant, but easiest question. And you can see that question is the most repeated one. Here we need to look at one thing very carefully. Look at the question, write an account of false prophets and the way Hazrat Abu Bakr dealt with it. When I'm checking the answer of the students, I found some students explain the writing guided the false prophets perfectly, but they don't go in detail of the way Hazrat Abu Bakr dealt with them. Or kuch opposite karte hain. They give an explanation of how Hazrat Abu Bakr dealt with them, but they don't talk about these false prophets. Who were they? How they became stronger? How they became a threat, and how did Hazrat Abu Bakr deal with them? Ye combine hoke aapki detail aati hai, and 4 false prophets must be explained in it. In some books and some marking schemes, Aswad Ansi is not there. I will tell you why it's not there, but I will suggest you to write about Aswad Ansi also. We will talk about that one separately. Moving to the next question, May, June 2024, it's again false prophets. All right. And then you can see another question, it's about accomplishment of Hazrat Abu Bakr. What do we mean by the word accomplishments of Hazrat Abu Bakr? Achievements, in simple words, great. So you need to plan your answer, 4 paragraphs. What are the things which you will write in it? Again, when you see this marking scheme, it will give you an idea. Election and a convincing speech in front of the people to make them realize that there is a right choice, or a person who has been chosen is a good choice taken by the people there. Then expedition to Syria, success. And then rest of the things we will discuss. We will talk about each achievement gradually. Then I have one more question on Hazrat Abu Bakr, which I have opened in. That's May, June 2025. Very latest question. Sabse latest yahi aaya hai Hazrat Abu Bakr pe. Write an account of how Abu Bakr set an example of leadership as the first caliph. It's simply administration, or we can say the way he established himself as a leader there.
Can we add the expeditions to Iraq and Syria?
You can talk about expansions policies here, yes. I'm coming to that detail there. Expansion of Abu Bakr ki karni hai, nahi karni, we will discuss there. There is a paragraph about his expansion policy here. It's somewhere here. He also expanded the empire towards Persian side and the Byzantine side, which is right, Syria ya Iraq bhi aap isko keh sakte hain. So we will talk about that point there. Now we will move to the detail of Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate back again. And the first thing which we need to understand is Hazrat Abu Bakr's election as the Caliph. Okay, there is a detail in this topic here. My handout covers detail here. I will show you another handout or the document which is Walaikum Salam, which is talking about Hazrat Abu Bakr's election as a caliph. How we will plan it, you will talk about, did Prophet nominate someone directly? No. So you will discuss start your answer from there. How was the situation when Holy Prophet died? Then you are going to talk about where did all the people gather? Whose house was there? Actually, it belonged to Muhajirin or it belonged to Ansar? Belonged to Ansar. And if you write the name of that place, that's Saqifa Bani Sa'ad, which is here, Saqifa Bani Sa'ida, here they got gathered there. Why they gathered there? To choose the next? Why the Ansars were thinking the new caliph should be from them?
So they're the ones that helped Islam.
They thought they are the ones, they helped Islam, and they thought that Prophet belonged from Muhajirin. वहां से तो एक बंदा point हो चुका है. A Prophet की death के बाद they thought it's their turn to choose a caliph, and they have chosen someone, and his name is also important. Here they choose the name of Saad ibn Ubadah. I think I've not mentioned here, so you will mention that they choose a one person among themselves as the next caliph. It's written there, right, somewhere, because I'm not able to see. Okay, so oh yeah, so they chose Saad ibn Ubaidah or Ubadah, both are correct, and he was chosen as a caliph. But who was concerned? The Muhajirin came, and the Muhajirin included Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Abu Ubaidah bin Jarrah. They were concerned and they were curious, why, what is going on? They said, we have chosen the new caliph. Then there is a debate, discussion there. We need references. It is brief here. It's not enough. So you need to go with detail. For that, मैं आपको एक past paper दिखाऊंगा जिसके अंदर election of Abu Bakr as a caliph and expedition to Syria. Cambridge has given almost a complete page marking scheme on election of Abu Bakr as a caliph. So there you will find out detail and the debate going on. मैं आपको उसका idea थोड़ा सा दे देता हूँ. When Muhajirin spoke to the Ansars, Ansar said, we want to be the caliph, we deserve to be the caliph. So Muhajirin told the Ansars ke the Muhajirin will never agree on any leader other than a Qurayshi leader. And they reminded a hadith of Holy Prophet. What's the hadith? They reminded the Ansars about the hadith of Holy Prophet. The hadith says, Prophet ﷺ said that the caliph should be from Quraysh. So Ansar suggested something. Two caliphs, good. So Ansar suggested कि आप ऐसा करें, दो caliphs choose कर लें. आप यहाँ पे नाम भी mention कर सकते हैं. I will show you the name. मुझे ज़हन में नहीं आ रहा. There is a companion who suggested two names. उसके ऊपर महाजरीन की तरफ से reaction आया, and they stopped that idea. They said that's going to lead to the division of the Muslim unity. And Muhajirin said something. They said, Ansars, you are the one who are the first one to support Islam. Don't be the source of dissension of the Islam. And Ansars ne immediately apna naam withdraw kar liya. And now the ball for the caliphate came in the court of Muhajirin. A Muhajirin jo the, unme discussion shuru hua, who is going to be the caliph. Now you will develop. Yeah, the actually
हजरत अबू बकर ने दो लोगों को अपॉइंट किया, एक
names
हजरत उमर थे,
Hazrat Umar and Hazrat Abu
साद बिन
Ubaidah. आज एक साथ बिन उबादा, अच्छा ऊपर सॉरी मुझे वो नाम भी मिल गया जो खुबाब इब्न मुंज़िर. I was looking for that name, who suggested two caliphs, तो वो भी पॉइंट यहाँ पे नाम आपको मिल जाएगा. Hazrat Abu Bakr suggested Hazrat Umar's name and Hazrat Abu Ubaidah's name. और फिर हजरत
उमर ने उनका ट्रेस करेगा कि you deserve
exactly, and he said that how can be anyone be the caliph when a leader personality like Abu Bakr is here, and then Hazrat Abu Bakr was elected as a caliph. ये मैंने आपको एक outline दिखाई. If you read it from other books, you will find out this way. Can you see that? This is Dr. Iftikhar's book's wording and development here. You can see the same names. Here, Saad ibn Ubadah is written correctly, okay? And I will share both documents like I did today. So it will give you, because you know there is nothing which is final and complete, either a book or a note or something. And whenever we find something more informative, more supportive for Cambridge expectation, तो मैं कोशिश करता हूँ उसको साथ में add करके आपको share कर दूँ. तो मैंने आज इसीलिए आपको, apart from my handout and notes, I added the pages of other books where this information is, because Dr. Iftikhar's book lack in some topics. यहाँ पे details नहीं है. Same goes for Farkhanda notes book, कुछ जगहों पे वो lack करती है. तो जहाँ उसकी अच्छी informative चीज होती है, I personally suggest the student कि आप उसको वहाँ से read करें. तो ये discussion आपको यहाँ से बहुत अच्छी development मिल जाएगी. You can see the dialogue between them. What is missing in this book is the speech of Hazrat Abu Bakr. You need to write the speech of Hazrat Abu Bakr when he got appointed as a new caliph. So speech of Hazrat Abu Bakr's part, don't write a complete big speech. 5-6 lines is enough. What he said in simple words, theme ye tha. follow me if I'm right and set me right if I'm wrong. एक end की उनकी speech का part आ सकता है, or if you want you can add the other parts of the speech there. If you write all the details which we talked about it, ये देखिए already आपके ना 10 mark के close information है. इसमें आप स्पीच ऐड कर दें, ये खुद अकेले 10 मार्क का आंसर है. बट वी डोंट हैव एनी क्वेश्चन अबाउट इलेक्शन ऑफ अबू बकर एज अ कैलिफ एज अ 10 मार्क क्वेश्चन. कैमरिन ने इलेक्शन ऑफ अबू बकर एज अ कैलिफ दो तरह से पूछा हुआ है. वन इज election of Abu Bakr as a caliph and expedition to Syria. Second time, election of Abu Bakr as a caliph and his administration. And the third time, all the four rightly guided caliphs election as a caliph in 10 mark question. So that is easy. You just need to write about Abu Bakr's election, Umar's election, Uthman's election, Ali's election, and your answer is perfect. But the most detail will be on, all the three have details, except Umar. Umar's caliphate is having brief details. We will discuss about that one. Acha, when you see my document or handout for this, you will find Abu Bakr's election here. Plus, I will suggest you scroll down more and you will find a question below. And this question have details of Abu Bakr's election as a caliph here. Where is it? It's here. All right. Where is it? Somewhere. I think I missed it above. Oh, yes. It's missed somewhere, I think. Anyway, you will find it here. You will find a question on Abu Bakr. This is the outline of Abu Bakr's caliphate, which I added at the end. So if you are preparing for Abu Bakr's caliphate, keep these things perfectly clear to you. This is the outline, okay? I already discussed it verbally. Oh, we did not discuss it verbally, sorry. Election of Abu Bakr as a caliph, his speech. This is what I am telling you. Expedition to Syria, apostasy movement, then we have refusal to pay zakat, then we have false prophets and the actions against them, administration, and expansion policy. They are the topics which should be covered there. Our today's topic is election as a caliph, expedition to Syria. Possibly we will be talking about false prophets today, okay, which will be continued possibly to the next class as well. So we are working on election of Abu Bakr as a caliph, and this is a question. If you see here in the question bank, there is a question bank at the end. They are older questions, not that old, 2017 onwards. So I showed you a few questions in the beginning. They are a bit more earlier. Election of Abu Bakr as a caliph and expedition to Syria. Then we have false prophet, which is a very common, and that's the one. False prophet Musaylama and the war against him. What's the name of the battle fought against Musaylama? Battle of Yamama. So you can see Musaylama alone with the war against him is a separate 10 mark question. So that is the Cambridge question which is asked in CIA exams. So you keep in mind that such type of question is asked and it could be asked again. Yamama ne Cambridge ne ek aur way mein bhi pucha tha. Cambridge gave a question, write an account of following two battles, Yamama and Yarmouk. So first main challenge for the student was which one is which one, because now the names makes the students confused. If you are clear, Yamama is false prophet, Yarmouk is Umar's caliphate, then it's fine. Some students mixes it up or automatically confusion hota hai wahan pe. Okay, back to the discussion of election of Abu Bakr as a caliph. I told you it's somewhere here in my handout. I don't remember why I'm missing that question here. It's actually, they are connected with another question and I mentioned it in it. I hope I will see it now. This is false prophets, false prophets, false prophets. Okay. Maybe I'm missing it somewhere. Oh, yes, here. Election of Abu Bakr as a caliph. This one is giving you detail about Abu Bakr's election as a caliph. You can see here, till here, 3 paragraphs. It's a marking scheme actually of one of the Cambridge question, which will give you an idea how to write and what to write about like the election of Abu Bakr as a caliph. Now moving on, when Abu Bakr became as a caliph, he was appointed as a caliph. Well, how much is the duration of Hazrat Abu Bakr's caliph? Prophet died in 632 AD. 634, so it's 2 years duration of Hazrat Abu Bakr's caliphate. It's not that big, it's just 2 years. But the time he became caliph, he noticed many uprisings. Immediately when he became caliph, he found people started leaving Islam. And they left Islam, they started reverting to their previous religions, or some of them, they left Islam. What is the name given to such type of movement, like the people started leaving Islam? So what do we call that issue, the problem? This is called people leaving the apostasy movement. Apostasy is to leave the religion, to renounce their religion, to change the religion. That is called apostasy movement. There is another word used for we call it apostasy wars. The Rida wars, great. So if examiner uses the word apostasy movement or Rida movement, we use the word murtad ho jana. Murtad is the person who leaves the religion and he goes to a different religion there. So apostasy movement and Rida war, or apostasy war and Rida war is same thing, by the way. That's one problem. Second problem, a group of people started stopping paying the zakat. They said, we will not pay the zakat. We will talk about that in detail. This movement is known as refusal to pay zakat movement. Hazrat Abu Bakr dealt with them. I'm coming to that detail. The third problem which he started facing is the false prophets, which is our today's topic. I'm coming to that one after that one. People started claiming themselves. Did they started claiming prophethood after the demise of Holy Prophet, or they did it during the Prophet's lifetime, right? Except Sajjah, all the remaining three, they claim themselves as prophet during the life of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We will talk about these people there. Three problems, right? Abbas Abu Bakr jaisi caliph bane, he has to make a decision. That was to send an army of the Muslims who was sent by Holy Prophet for expedition to Syria. मैं पहले आपको बताता हूँ वो army थी कौन सी. When I was teaching you life in Medina, Prophet के last days में Prophet dispatched an army to the Syria to cover up the losses Muslims made in which battle? Battle of Mota. Yeah, Battle of Mota. That is actually connected with that. मैं आपको उसको थोड़ा और expand कर दूं. Battle of Mota में तीन commanders में Zaid bin Haris भी थे, जो Prophet के adopted son भी हैं. He got martyred actually. His son Usama bin Zaid. He was young, very young when his father died. He was just 12 or 13 years old at that time. This incident took place in 8th year of Hijrah. Usama bin Zaid, when he grew up, he reached an age of almost 17 years, almost at the time of the death of Holy Prophet. But he was consistently asking from Holy Prophet, I want to go and fight against the Byzantines to take the revenge of my father. Prophet ﷺ kept delaying it because Muslims got busy in Battle of Hunain, Siege of Taif, Tabuk expedition, then farewell Hajj. After farewell Hajj, he again asked Holy Prophet, I want to go. Prophet ﷺ allowed him, gave him an army, and paid farewell to the army himself and gave instructions what to have to be done. Kaise aapne fight karna hai, general. The army left. The time army left Medina, Prophet ﷺ's sickness grew and Prophet ﷺ died after a few days. The army came to know that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ died. They returned back. First, they stationed at a place and they returned back and waited for the next caliph's instructions. That is what we are talking about. Should the army be resent or not? That was the issue which came in front of Hazrat Abu Bakr. What has to be done? Hazrat Abu Bakr did consultation, yes. अच्छा Hazrat, मैं थोड़ा सा इसको सीक्वेंस में लेके जाऊंगा because we need to stretch it a bit क्योंकि हमें 10 मार्क का आंसर में जरूरत है. तो Hazrat Abu Bakr ने definitely he gave instructions कि army should be sent, but we need development in it. What did he do? He consulted his shura, the council. The council suggested Hazrat Abu Bakr.
They said that they shouldn't send them because of the apostasy movement.
Problems going on within the Medina, the army is needed. What was the another concern? Muslims are not strong at that time. Secondly, the commander Usama bin Zaid is too young. He was just 17 years old and he is raw to go and fight. Agar wo defeat ho jayenge, the Muslims will have a negative impression. So they have their own opinion. Hazrat Abu Bakr has his own ijtihad and his own, he consulted, but final power is with the leader. So he gave a decision, the army should go, and there is a saying of Hazrat Abu Bakr which is going to be added. Any idea about that one? He said, there are two wordings in different books, yes. Agree. Actually, there are two wordings in one book, yes.
How can I fold up the flag which was unfurled by Prophet?
Unfolded by Prophet. Prophet ﷺ has unfolded a flag. He has raised a flag. Who is Abu Bakr to fold it back again? Muhammad's order must be fulfilled. Abu Bakr's caliphate, stay or not, Medina, stay or not, Muhammad's order should be fulfilled. That's the statement. Agar aap likhte hain, to aapke answer mein strong. That shows Hazrat Abu Bakr's strong decision. How did he establish his caliphate? Mein ye point jayega. You will write that point there. Or Hazrat Abu Bakr sent the army. Army came back victorious after a few weeks, and that is the first achievement of Abu Bakr and his caliphate. This is called expedition to Syria. And I must say, my handout even does not have that much detail, which I'm telling you right now. But plan it. What was why the army issue was there? What happened actually? What was the issue? What Hazrat Abu Bakr did? Did he consult the team or not? The points which I have mentioned here is the answer of 4-mark question. If you have a bullet point, what is the significance of Hazrat Abu Bakr's timely action against the Syria or expedition to Syria? So this is first achievement of Hazrat Abu Bakr. We are moving to the next detailed topic. I'm not going on with the apostasy movement and refusal to pay zakat. I want to discuss it together in another class. क्योंकि ये दोनों linked हैं, connected हैं. Causes are same. Somewhere actions are linked together. But we will discuss about one very important topic on which a 10-mark question alone is asked, that is false prophets. We know Prophet ﷺ himself in his life prophesied that after my death, there will be people who will claim to be the prophet. And of course, the people kept claiming as prophet. We are talking about the false prophet who claimed at the time close to Prophet's death. Immediately after his death or before his death, we will talk about them. And the first false prophet, there is no sequence actually. We normally go with it, but if you want, you can go with anyone. असवद अंसी को हम सबसे पहले डिस्कस करेंगे और मैं आपको साथ में बताऊंगा कि why असवद अंसी is not mentioned in some model answers also. अच्छा, for every false prophet, you need to know his tribal background. Like he belonged from Yemen or he belonged from Central Arabia, he belonged from like any specific area, Iraq border or whatever. Then second thing is how did that person claim to be the prophet? Was there any incident which took place or like he got famous for a reason? So you need to talk about that point there in it. ठीक हो गया? Then you are going to talk about what was the suggestion of the team and what was the action of Hazrat Abu Bakr about such false prophets. So you will talk about that one as well. Now moving on to Aswad Ansi, Ibrahim was telling a point. What was the point? Veiled prophet. Aswad Ansi was famous as veiled prophet or masked prophet also. Why did he do that? To hide his ugliness. So he was ugly, as it's mentioned in some books. So he used to do that one to cover his ugliness. He belonged from a tribe from Najran, Yemen border side, I think. Yes, Yemen side there. Ansi is the tribe actually. So he became famous as Aswad Ansi because of the title Aswad. Aswad is in Arabic, is a black actually. I don't know why he became famous for that one. Maybe ugliness or something like that. Ansi is the tribe. Okay. So Aswad Ansi became a strong person and he claimed prophethood during the life of Holy Prophet. And what did he do? He took control of Sana. Sana is not the name of a person. It's the capital of Yemen city actually. Capital of Yemen, yes. Sana is the capital of Yemen. So he took control of it. Actually, Muslims were ruling there at that time. When he took over that one, he claimed to be the prophet. Yes, you can develop that point the way he did it. And after he defeated the governor, he married his wife and then he had a control. Prophet was alive. Prophet ﷺ sent a message to his companions. Is there anyone who can deal with him? So a person named Feroz, you can see here. Feroz, that's Feroz is different. The one who attacked on Hazrat Umar. That's a different one. This is Feroz al-Dahlami is here above. You can see on the right, yes. Feroz al-Dahlami is the one who attacked on Aswad Ansi and Aswad Ansi was killed. Aswad Ansi was killed a few days before Prophet's death and the news of his death came to Prophet one day before Prophet's death. So Aswad Ansi is killed, by the way, during the Prophet's lifetime. So why we discuss it in Hazrat Abu Bakr's Caliphate then? He was killed one day before Prophet's death. Why do we discuss him in? I think the news came one day after Prophet's death. Correct. Aswad Ansi's successors, you can see here, the time of Aswad Ansi died, his successors took after, and his name is Qais. Qais is the one who is the threat, who became threat afterward. Your point is right. Kuch books have mentioned one day after Prophet's death, kuch books mein one day before Prophet's death. So it's fine. But again, he was killed almost there. So Qais is the one who is the successor who continued that movement, and his supporters and followers continued it. And finally, it led to the Hazrat Abu Bakr was forced to send an army. Who was sent to deal with the remaining powerful Khalid ibn Walid? All four false prophets are mainly dealt by Hazrat Khalid ibn Walid at the end. No, we will come to other expeditions, but Khalid ibn Walid will be discussing all of them, right? So Khalid ibn Walid is the main person who led the Muslim army in almost all the battles. So even Aswad Ansi, you might be thinking Qais detail is not here. So actually when you see this detail below, yeah, यहाँ पे आपको ना Qais ibn B in my handout, B dot stands for bin in my document, okay? So Qais ibn Abd Yaghoos is the one who created trouble and he was killed and Muslims got free from Aswad. That's the reason why Aswad Ansi is not there in some marking schemes and in some books also. But you should write Aswad Ansi, okay? After the Aswad Ansi, we are going to talk about another false prophet. His name is Tulaiha. Tulaiha belonged from Banu Asad tribe. We will talk about his tribe. How he became famous. Actually, what happened? He was stuck with his followers or the people in a desert, and there they were looking for a water. And Tulaiha just thought normally, like, you use your expertise and you say that's the place where the water is there. And the people started searching of water there and they found water. And they found there is a well, the water was there, and they thought that he is not a normal human being. So आप खुद भी human being भी जब आपको पता लगता है you are telling something which normal people don't know it, you feel proud and you think, oh, I'm someone different. I know things are coming to me from divine sources or something like that. So he started thinking he is not a normal person and he's a prophet. And he also claimed himself prophet during the life of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Within the Prophet's life, you can see the second line here. I'm coming to it, coming in sequence. Yes, this. So Tulaiha became strong force and he became a threat. Hazrat Abu Bakr sent an army under the command of Hazrat Khalid ibn Walid, and there was a battle fought between Hazrat Khalid ibn Walid forces and Tulaiha. What's the name of the battle? It's written there.
Mama?
No, no,
Salima ke saath.
no, it's here. You can see Buzaka. Battle of Buzaka. You can see the cursor here. So Battle of Buzaka is the battle which was fought. Tulaiha ran away. You can see here. And he ran away, he escaped, later he accepted Islam. So Tulaiha is on the right path. Sorry? He left his false claim. So Tulaiha is among the false prophets who reverted, who returned back to Islam, and he died on the true belief. Okay, this is between Allah and that person. Of course, he reverted, he left his claim, so he is counted as and he participated in the battles during Hazrat Umar's Caliphate. जब आप Hazrat Umar की Caliphate पढ़ते हैं ना, Qadsiya, Jalula, Nehawan, right? A point. One of the false prophets reverted to Islam and he joined from the Muslim side. So here you will write about Tulaiha. Tulaiha died after reverting from his false claim. So two false prophets are discussed here. Aswad Ansi and Tulaiha. We are moving to the third false prophet, and that is a prophetess actually, not a man. It's Sajja. Gradually. Yes, you're right. So Sajja is the false prophet. We need to talk about her tribe again. And how she got fame. Actually, she was already famous. Why she was already famous? Because she was she was actually she was a Christian woman, and she was a soothsayer, or we can say fortune teller. Like she used to tell the people about by looking at their hand, palmist up kya sakte hain. And she had already followers there at that time. So she noticed that prophethood is a good business. People are giving respect, this and that. And she claimed herself to be the prophet after Prophet's demise. She's the only one who declared prophethood after the Prophet's demise. And she had a force of 4,000 people. She decided to fight with Muslim army. Medina pe attack her. But what happened? Why she changed her mind? When she came to know that Tulaiha's army, which were more stronger, got defeated by Hazrat Khalid ibn Walid, she changed her plan. She decided to fight with a lesser power. According to her, that was Musalma. So Musalma bhi hum discussion karenge, to hum detail mein jayenge. She went with her army to fight with Musalma. But Musalma beguiled her. वो तेज था, उसने अपने जाल में ट्रैप में उसको involve किया Sajja को, and Sajja, instead of attacking, she changed her mind and she agreed to marry Musalma, thinking that she will become more stronger after that one. But opposite happened. Sajja's forces left her because they stopped trusting her. You took us all the way to fight with Musalma at Yamama. Yamama was the place where Musalma was there. So they were not happy and they joined Musalma. They thought Musalma is more stronger and committed to his decision. So Sajja left her supporters and they joined Musalma. When Muslims attacked on Musalma, Sajja fled. Then she moved toward Mesopotamia or Iraq side there. And as per most of the books, she accepted Islam. मैंने यहाँ पे mention किया हुआ है. कुछ books में लिखा हुआ है she was never heard again. And in some books it's mentioned that she accepted Islam. So this is the second false prophet who reverted back to Islam, if that's there. Because there are different opinions about her personality. Because she was originally a Christian. If she reverted from her claim, so did she accept Islam or not? It's my books, according to the books, she accepted Islam. This is between Allah and that person, but the movement was controlled. Things got settled. This is what you need to work on. Who is that false prophet? How that false prophet gained the support, how he became threat. Did Hazrat Abu Bakr ignore that false prophet, or he took timely action? You need to talk about it. And was Abu Bakr successful or not? You will talk about that one. So he was successful, defeated Aswad Ansi, finished, or his followers. Tulayha forced to revert back. His threat was over, and Sajjad's threat was over. The biggest threat was Musailma. We need to talk about first Musailma's personality. A lot of details are there. Again, belong from Central Arabia. Aajkal jo Saudi Arabia ka jo capital hai, what's the capital of Saudi Arabia? No, that's not capital. Riyadh, yes, Riyadh. Riyadh is the capital, and the Saudi dynasty started from there actually. Saudia is called Saudi, actually, the dynasty which is ruling Saudi Arabia, Al Saud actually. They belong from there. And that's why Saudi is known as Saudia, because of the family of Saud family. This place is called Najd actually. That's why I was telling you, Riyadh ke aspas ka jitna area, that's called Najd. Or Najdi people are the people who are strict. So he belonged from there originally. Musalma belonged from the area of the Central Arabia, the Najd region. He came all the way to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, met him. He saw Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's respect, protocol, and all of these things. He was inspired. He returned back and he demanded Holy Prophet to give him share in the prophethood. Like he said, I'm willing to accept your religion and my supporters will be with you.
Sir, तो उन्होंने कहा इसे कज़्ज़ाब का नाम दिया था, liar.
I'm coming, yes. So what happened actually, he gave an offer to Holy Prophet. Give me share in prophethood, give me share in Arabia, I will support you. Prophet ﷺ said something, I think I mentioned here, Prophet ﷺ said, the land belongs to Allah, he gives it to anyone he wishes. I cannot do anything for that. So Musalma, he misguided his people, and he told that Muhammad ﷺ has accepted my proposal and my offer. There people are far away, they don't know if Musalma is telling right or wrong. They started trusting in him. Prophet ﷺ को जब ये news मिली, Prophet ﷺ said, Al-Kazzab, he is liar. Arabic language में किसी बच्चे को नॉर्मली हम जैसे कहते हैं ना, झूठे हो तुम, ऐसे तो कोई अरब बच्चों को आप बोले ना कि तुम्हारे फादर बाहर आए, मैं तुम्हारी अभी मैं शिकायत लगाता हूँ, means your parents are there, we are going to tell you of your parents about your bad behavior. He said, Wallah, my parents are there. I will say yes. You say kazzab, you're lying, you're jhoota. So because that's the way they express it, if someone is telling wrong information or something, that's Arabic slang using that kazzab. So Prophet ﷺ, when he came to know that Musalma is saying all of that which Prophet did not agree, Prophet said he is kazzab. Al-kazzab means the liar. And word Musalma also means, it's taken from the word Muslim. Musalma is a little believer. Muslim is believer and Musalma is a little believer. So means his belief was just related to materialistic things. And that's why he became famous as Musailama al-Kazzab. The Prophet gave the title of the liar. Yes, you're on. That's what I told. He wrote a letter to Holy Prophet to make a deal, and Prophet denied it. And that's why Prophet ﷺ, he misguided his people. He said Muhammad ﷺ accepted it. Anyway, Musailama kept spreading his ideas. What did he do? He took number of steps to grab the supporters. First step is to make the reduction in the number of the prayers, because he knew there are people who are believers. They are tired of performing extra rakats and nafil, so he made relaxation. He found people do not want to pay zakat. He exempted them. So many people joined him. Then he allowed them drinking, gambling, and adultery. So the weak believers thought, oh, this is easy religion. So they started joining him. When Prophet Muhammad ﷺ died, he made a statement. He said that a living prophet is better than a dead prophet. It means that I am the prophet. He is dead. See, I am alive. He said that way. So many weak believers thought that Musalma is alive. Prophet ﷺ died. So they thought he is the true prophet. So more people joined Musalma. And then one more way he grabbed supporters. Right? No, not magic. I told you in the previous discussion. How did he get more power and support? More. Marriage with Sajjad. So there are a number of ways you can talk about. He got supporters, and you can see the army of Musalma reached 40,000, which is a big army. 40,000 army with Musalma, and Muslims who were there to deal with him were less at that time actually. Hazrat Abu Bakr have to take a serious action against him, because ignoring him is going to be a problem. Hazrat Abu Bakr even knew it's going to be a big challenge and a big responsibility and duty. Hazrat Abu Bakr prepared two armies. You need to understand that ये मैं थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन कर दूं ताकि स्ट्रक्चर समझ आ जाए। दो कमांडर्स के नाम आपने लाजमी मेंशन करना। यू ऑलरेडी टुक द नेम इक्रिमा बिन अबू जहल, समवन यूज दैट नेम फ्रॉम हियर, आपने नाम लिया था यहाँ से। और दूसरी आर्मी है शुराबील बिन हसना। दीज टू कमांडर्स वर प्रिपेयर्ड विद द आर्मी टू गो इन separate ways and join together before attacking on मुसैलमा। अब इसमें ना डिफरेंट बुक्स की थोड़ी सी डेवलपमेंट डिफरेंट है। वन बुक सेड दैट वन ऑफ द कमांडर speeded up, reached earlier, fought with Yamama, or fought with Musailama, and they were defeated. Then the second army reached, they also got defeated. This is one interpretation. Second interpretation is Musailama was very sharp. He knew that Muslim army is going to come from different tracks and they will join together and then they will attack on him. What did he do? He changed his position and he moved a bit closer to the track of one of the armies. So before they joined with the second army, he attacked on them. In both cases, Muslim armies were not able to defeat Musailama. The army under Ikrima bin Abi Jahl, Abu Jahl's son Ikrima is a believer. He accepted Islam. So he was a commander and his army was not able to defeat. Then the other side was Shurabil bin Hasana. Both armies were not able to do that. Then Hazrat Abu Bakr was forced to prepare another army to support that one. That is Hazrat Khalid ibn Walid's army. Hazrat Khalid ibn Walid's army plus the previous two armies, remaining army, combined together, made a battle, like they fought a battle which is known as Battle of Yamama. And originally the battle was conducted at a place Yamama. And later on, Musailama stepped back because he noticed that he is in danger. Actually, his armies protected him, took him back in a garden which was fortified. And
सर इसे बैटल ऑफ गार्डन ऑफ डेथ भी कहते हैं।
Exactly. Actually, हुआ ये था, the severe battle was there. Musailama was watching it, but there was so much bloodshed in this battle, and that's why the battle is famous as Battle of the Garden of the Death. Plus, you are going to mention Muslims' bravery, the death of Huffaz or the memorizers of the Quran, and you will also talk about the role of Wahshi, who was the murderer of Hazrat Hamza. He, after accepting Islam, he was there in the Muslim side, and he is the one who made Musailama fall down by using his same skill of javelin throwing. He threw it, it hit Musailama, who was watching the whole battle from there, fell down and got killed by another Muslim commander, and Musailama got killed. That is how the Musailama threat was over, and that was the biggest achievement, one of the major achievements during Hazrat Abu Bakr's caliphate at that time there. So this is a 10-mark question alone. Musailama himself as a threat and the battle fought against him. And you can see this is the Cambridge question which I was showing you before. Write an account of false prophet Musailama and the battle fought against him. That's the outline of this answer, which is very good outline again. And you can develop it more. Sorry, it's a 10-mark question exactly. That is asked recently actually. It's a 10-mark. This is a 10-mark question or false prophet, for false prophet, 10-mark question. Election as a caliph and expedition to Syria, they are all 10-mark questions. Election with expedition, not alone. Expedition is never asked alone. Election is never asked alone. So they combine as a 10-mark. False prophets combine as a 10-mark. And Musailama plus Battle of Yamama.